Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and elementary school children. We have a great night ahead of us here in the planetarium. It will be action, action, action from beginning to end. Right, Bob?
Oh boy, you are right, Steve. You've read all the books from the Who Would Win series, right? Titles that have fascinated readers young and old, including Lobster vs. Crab, Killer Whale vs. Great White Shark, and who could forget that instant classic, Hyena vs. Honey Badger?
Those were classics indeed. We've created new epic battles here tonight as we ask the question, who would win? Battle of the Greek Constellations.
Here's a list of tonight's tenacious matches. Perseus versus Cetus, Big Bear versus Booties.
It's pronounced Buotes.
Oh, excuse me. And then Scorpius versus Orion. And the final battle royale, the match you've been calling for, Hades versus Ophiuchus.
Wow, that last one is a mouthful.
We have some real heavyweights here tonight. Really, the best of the best up against each other. It's quite a card of combatants.
Steve, did you know almost all of our contestants here tonight are featured in our night sky?
We know them well, Bob. We'll see Orion, Cetus, Great Bear, and Booties, to name a few.
It's Buotes. Buotes. It's Buotes, not Booties.
Thanks, Bob. Buotes. I think I got it now.
All right. Well, Steve, what's the format here tonight?
Tonight, we have some Northern Hemisphere constellations battling it out, hoping to get to the quarterfinals. We should be down to 4 constellations left in this contest after tonight.
Well, let's get to our first Who Would Win contest.
You bet, Bob.
Let's get ready to stargaze!
In our first head-to-head contest, we have Perseus versus Cetus. Perseus is fresh off his stunning victory against Medusa, the woman with snakes for hair and able to turn a person into stone just by looking at them. You can see the constellation Perseus best in the fall skies.
That was a big win for Perseus, the son of Zeus, but he is up against a worthy opponent tonight in Cetus.
You're right. Cetus is best seen in the fall. He is the whale-looking sea monster, not too far from Orion in the night sky. He might look like a gentle giant up there, but he isn't. He's slimy. He's scaly. He's the creature that will beat you and drag you down into the cold, dark sea. He's actually Neptune's favorite in this battle.
Perseus is no pushover. He's armed with a diamond sword, a bronze shield, winged shoes, and a bag of something. I can't quite tell what it is.
Students, if you are cheering for Perseus, say Perseus.
If you are cheering for Cetus, say Cetus.
Here comes Cetus up out of the ocean. He's huge, Bob!
Huge isn't the word. Enormously huge, gigantic might be a better description. Big sharp teeth and claws. I think Perseus may have met his match. No diamond sword will save him here.
Wait! He put down his diamond sword and he's reaching into his bag.
Oh no! Is he pulling out the white flag? Is he surrendering so soon?
I don't think so. Look closely, but certainly not directly. Just what I thought. Oh yes! Perseus has just pulled out the Medusa's head.
Oh, kinda gross, Steve. Look at the snake hairs actually squirming around on its own. I can't look.
It might be kinda gross, but here it is. Cetus is turning into stone. One look at Medusa will turn any living object into stone. Perseus has defeated Cetus and will advance to the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Perseus.
Wow, that was something. What's next?
In our second Who Would Win contest, it's the Big Bear versus Booties, the herdsman.
You said booties. It's buotes.
Oh, yes, Buotes. Buotes, the herdman. He's a spring constellation. He's that calm-looking gentleman sitting there smoking a pipe, and you can see the Great Bear with its long tail.
Some people call that part of the Great Bear the Big Dipper. You can see the Big Dipper year-round in this area. Some cultures, though, call it the plow.
You don't say.
Yes, well, the herdsman hasn't seen much action in the last 1,000 years or so, so he might be rusty. And the Great Bear, it's hard to believe, she was once a beautiful princess named Callisto.
Well, if you ask me, looking up at the night sky, she's even more beautiful now. Students, if you are cheering for the Great Bear, say Great Bear.
If you are cheering for buotes, say buotes. I think this battle is already underway.
It looks like Buotes is just trying to keep that Great Bear from roaming too far away from the North Star.
Ah, the old box 'em in strategy.
Yes, while the Great Bear just keeps running circles round Polaris.
Not much decisive action here. We'll keep you up to date on that contest, but let's move on.
On to our third Who Would Win battle. We have Scorpius versus Orion.
Well, this looks like an easy one to predict. You've got one of the best hunters, Orion, in the entire universe, up against a bug.
Orion is the heavy favorite. He's a constellation best seen in winter. He's been trash-talking his opponents all through this tournament of constellations. I am Orion the Hunter. I pity the fool that wants to mess with the best.
Yes, he may just be the best combatant in this tournament, but he's definitely the best dressed with his fancy 3-star belt and his 3-star scabbard. That's a sword holder.
Orion is waving his arms, getting the crowd to cheer for him. He's a real crowd favorite, that Orion. Students, if you are cheering for Orion, say Orion.
If you're cheering for Scorpius, say Scorpius. Scorpius is a summer constellation. Wait, Orion doesn't see Scorpius sneaking up on him. Scorpius is so small, he's able to walk right up and...
Oh no! Right in the Achilles! That's gonna leave a mark! Down goes Orion! Down goes Orion, taken out by a simple scorpion. I guess that poison tail packs a punch.
You said it, Steve.
Wow! That Who Would Win battle was over even before it began. Congratulations to Scorpius. We will see him in the quarterfinals.
And don't feel too sad for Orion. We'll see Orion in our winter skies.
How about we check on that Great Bear and the Booties?
You said booties. It's buotes.
Right.
They're still just circling around the pole. Not much action here. Should we move along to the last Who Would Win contest of the night? Ophiuchus versus Hades.
This is a bit of a grudge match.
Yeah?
Hades is pretty steamed at Ophiuchus. You can identify Ophiuchus as the guy with the triangle head holding snakes. Ophiuchus is a summer constellation.
Holding snakes?
Yeah, did you know that doctors today still use Ophiuchus's snakes as a symbol for their profession?
You don't say.
Yes, I did say. And yes, it's true. Ophiuchus is a doctor that found some special herbs that can heal any injury or any disease.
Wow, that sounds great.
Sounds great to you and me, but not to Mr. Hades. You see, he's the one that's in charge of the underworld, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sure, yes. Well, I guess I don't know what you mean. Please explain for the listeners.
After anyone dies, according to ancient Greek legends, they go to the underworld, and Hades is large and in charge of the underworld. With Ophiuchus' magic herbs, nobody's dying anymore. Hades has no more customers.
That's a bummer for him.
Yeah, so that's what I meant when I said this is a grudge match. Students, if you are cheering for Ophiuchus, say Ophiuchus.
If you're cheering for Hades, say Hades. Wait, Hades is calling out to someone. I can't quite understand what he is saying.
Wait, you know what? I think he's calling out to his brother Zeus.
Oh, no, Zeus has appeared and boom goes the dynamite. Hades called in a favor from his brother Zeus, king of the gods, and Zeus throws down a lightning bolt and takes out Ophiuchus.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Neither did Ophiuchus. I guess it's good to have good friends in high places.
Say, should we check in again with the Great Bear and Booties?
It's pronounced Buotes.
I know.
The Great Bear is still going round and round the North Star. Nothing new here.
Well, we're going to have to wait to see if Booties
Buotes
or the Great Bear will be victorious, but it might take a couple 100,000 years or so. Well, that's all the time we have today for Who Will Win Battle of the Constellations. So for today, this is Bob.
And this is Steve.
And like we always say,
keep looking up.
And keep reaching for the stars. Was it recording the whole time?
I think so.
All right.